Today, I want to start with a sincere thank you to all my veteran family and friends as we celebrate Veterans Day today, November 11th, 2025. I just want to give you a sincere thank you for all your family's sacrifices for mine and my family's liberties and the safety of our nation. So once again, thank you so much for everything you've done for us in this great nation. All right, today I'm bringing you a market update for November 2025, and here's some good news. Mortgage rates have actually come down from where they started this year. As of this week, November 2025, a 30-year fixed rates are sitting around 6.1 to 6.2%. Now, I know some of you remember the 3% rates from a few years ago, but let me give you some perspective historically. These rates are actually pretty normal. In the 1990s, 6 to 7 was considered good. My actual first rate was 8% on our first home purchase. What matters more is this. Rates started at 2025 above 7%, and they've dropped over a full percentage point. And the Federal Reserve has been cutting rates, and there's another meeting in December where we could see another cut. What does this mean for you? Well, if you're on the fence, every quarter point drop in rates can save you hundreds per month on your mortgage payment. What does this mean in real dollars? Well, let me make it this tangible. On a $700,000 home loan at 7% interest, your payment is about $46.60 a month. But at 6.2% interest, your payment is about $42.90 a month. That's $370 less per month, or $4,400 per year. And if rates drop to 6 early next year, like many economists are predicting, you're looking at saving over $500 compared to January 2025 rates. That's real money back in your pockets, and it's giving you some buyer power. Right now, I'm going to break down, going over with you the numbers for our valley, and I'll be sharing these slides with you throughout the video. So Temecula, they have a total listing count of 482 and 344 current active listings. They're running with a 67 days of median days on the market. Their median listing price is $896,000. Now, they've had 130 price reductions on their homes that are listed, and they're currently running with a 2.1 month inventory. Next, we're going to look at Winchester, California. They have a total listing count of 230 with 140 active listings right now. Their median days on the market is up to 53, and their median listing price is $645,000. Now, they've had 64 price reductions, so quite a few less. And their months of inventory is at 1.7. Looking at Murrieta, they have a 537 total listing count with 410 active listings. They have a 57 days on the market, and their median sale price is $720,000. They've experienced 150 price reductions on their listings, and they're running with a 2.3 months of inventory. Going to Menifee, they have a 675 total count listings with 475 of those being active right now. They have 64 days median days on the market, and their median listing price is at $628,000. Now, they've also experienced a little bit higher price reductions with 188 price reductions, and they're sitting at 2.2 months of inventory. Now, looking at Lake Elsinore, they're at a 321 count total, and they have currently 212 active listing count with a 62 median days on the market number. Their median listing price is $612,000, and they've had 74 houses with price reductions, and they're sitting at 2 months worth of inventory in Lake Elsinore. And finally, let's look at Wildomar, where they have a 978 listing count, 691 active listings with 60 days median on the market, and their median price is $649,000. Now, they have 258 price reductions on their homes, and they're sitting right out 2 months worth of inventory. All right, so what does this all mean for you? And let's look at some ways we can help. We're going to address the elephant in the room. Look, I'm not going to pretend homes are super affordable in the traditional sense. They are expensive, but let's talk about what affordability actually means now and what you can do about it. the three-part affordability equation. You have home prices stabilizing, or as you saw, slightly declining. You have interest rates improving, down from 7% to around 6.2. Your income and buying power, this is where you have the most control. Here's the reality. Even with prices at $600,000 to $725,000, Temecula Valley is still 30 to 40% less expensive than Orange County, San Diego, or most of LA County. For many buyers moving from those areas, this still represents substantial savings. And some specific solutions for first-time buyers. If you're a first-time buyer feeling priced out, here are actual strategies that are working right now. Solution number one, the rate buy-down strategy. Work with sellers who are motivated. Many sellers will contribute 2 to 3% towards closing costs, which you can use to buy down your interest rate. This can reduce your rate from 6.2 to potentially 5.5 or lower in the first few years. Solution two, consider the outer cities first. Lake Elsinore, Wildomar, and Winchester offer about $100,000 in savings compared to Temecula Murrieta. That difference alone could keep your down payment fund for a move-up home in about 5 to 7 years. And solution number three, the buy now, refinance later approach with rates expected to continue to drop through 2026. Buying now at 6.2 with the plan to refinance when rates potentially hit 5% could be smarter than waiting on the sidelines. Why? Because home prices are stabilized, they'll tick up as rates drop, and you'll be building equity now. And number four, explore down payment assistance. California offers multiple first-time home buyer programs. Some allow down payments as low as 3.5%, and programs are specifically available in Riverside County residents. Now, if you're a seller, the pricing problem. If you're selling, the number one mistake you're seeing and hearing, and you saw it in this example, is pricing it based on what your neighbor sold for in 2022. That market's gone, but here's the good news. Homes are selling when priced correctly. What correctly priced means today, look at most recent comparable sales. I mean, sales that closed in the last 30 to 45 days, not 6 months ago. Then price it at a slightly below that number. Why? Because homes that are showing as the best value in their price range on Zillow, Redfin, and Realtor.com, they're getting the most showings and the best offers. The data point proves this. Home prices priced at market value selling at 97 to 98% of the list price in 30 to 50 days. Homes priced 5% above market are sitting 90 plus days and eventually being reduced. Homes priced within 2 to 3% of the market value are obtaining multiple offers. So here's a strategic seller's move and some strategies that are working. Strategy number one, get a pre-inspection done before listing. This shows buyers you're transparent and serious, and it prevents deal killers during escrow. Strategy number two, offer buyer incentives. Consider offering a 2% credit toward closing costs or the interest rate buy down. This makes your home more affordable without dropping your price. Strategy three, flexible terms like being flexible on close dates, rent backs, or contingencies can be the difference between getting an offer or not. And in this market, terms matter as much as price. Strategy four, staging and presentation. Professional photos aren't optional anymore. They're essential. 90% of buyers start online, and you have about 3 seconds to grab their attention based on those photos. All right. Where does opportunity exist right now? Well, let me break down some micro trends I'm seeing in specific areas. Hotspots that are still seeing activity. Harveston and Temecula. Well-priced homes, under $750,000, still moving quickly due to the beautiful schools and amenities. Ladera and Murrieta, new school construction is driving family demand. And then you have Heritage Lake in Menifee. The 55-plus community is very active, and baby boomers are downsizing. Now, areas with the best opportunities, Red Hawk and Temecula, luxury market, 900,000 plus, are seeing longer days on the market, so there's room to negotiate. Canyon Hills and Lake Elsinore, those are investor properties creating opportunities for 10 to 15% below peak prices. And French Valley and Winchester, the new construction competition means better deals on resale homes. The wild card is the new construction builders in Menifee and Winchester. They're offering significant incentives right now. We're talking 20 to 50K in closing costs, credits, or rate buy downs. If you're considering new construction, now might be that time because these incentives will disappear when demand picks back up. All right, so what's a realistic outlook? My honest assessment of where we're headed through the end of this year and into 2026, we expect continued stabilization. Maybe another 1 to 2% softening in some areas, but there's not going to be a crash. Inventory will still likely stay elevated through the holidays, which is good for buyers. Rates could drop another 0.25% if the Fed cuts it in December. And in spring 2026, here's what I think happens as rates approach 6% or below. We'll see demand pick up, and spring is traditionally our busy season. And if rates are better, that means more buyers are coming into the market. This means more competition with more buyers out there. There's a potential slight appreciation, 2 to 3% less negotiating power for buyers. What this means for your decision. If you're a buyer and you're ready for buying in quarter 2025 or quarter 1 of 2026 before the spring rush, could be strategic. You'll have less competition if you were to buy now and more negotiating power. If you're a seller who needs to sell, listing now or in late winter might be smarter than waiting for spring when you'll compete with more inventory. The long-term fundamentals, here's why I'm optimistic about Temecula Valley. Population growth, we're growing. Over 500,000 people across our 6 cities are growing. The job market, Abbott Labs, Amazon, healthcare sector, the new UC Riverside Medical School partnership are bringing in quality jobs. Quality of life. We still love Southern California, living at a relative value. Remote work, companies maintaining flexible policies means people can live here and work elsewhere. And these fundamentals support the market even as it normalizes. All right, so what's your action plan? If you're a buyer and if you're serious about buying, step 1 is always get pre-approved this week, not pre-qualified, fully pre-approved. Rates are good right now, and you want to lock that rate in so you have buying power. Step 2, create your must-have versus I'd like to have that list. Because in this market, being clear about your non-negotiables helps you act fast when the right home appears. Step 3, set up saved searches on the major sites and look specifically for homes that have been on the market 30 to 60 days. These sellers are oftentimes more motivated to negotiate. Step 4, talk to your lender about the 2-to-1 buy down or temporary buy down programs. These can significantly lower your payment in the first few years, and shop around for the right mortgage lenders. They're willing to work with you. Now, for my sellers out there, if you're planning to sell, I'm telling you right now, get a comparative market analysis, a CMA, from a local agent who knows your neighborhood, not that online estimate. Get it from someone who knows these homes and who's working in the area every week. Walk through your home with a critical eye. What needs to be fixed? What needs to be improved? Small investments in paint, landscaping, and decluttering pay huge dividends. Step 3, interview 2 to 3 local agents and get them to specifically tell you what's their marketing plan for your home. How do you price homes? What are you seeing in negotiations right now? Step 4, if you need to sell before spring competition increases, list before mid-December to capture serious buyers, or wait until mid-January to catch the new year motivation of potential buyers. All right, friends, family, and again, thank you to my veterans. Here's the bottom line. November 2025 is giving us a market where informed, being strategic as a buyer and a seller, you can both win. It's not a crazy seller's market of 2021 or 2022, and it's not a crash. It's a market where knowledge and good advice matter more than ever. And the people who will succeed right now are the ones who understand the real data and aren't chasing the headlines. Price competitively if you're selling, act decisively when they find the right opportunity if you're buying, and work with professionals who know this specific market. Hey, if you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a message, drop a comment if you have any. And again, thank you to our veterans. Happy Veterans Day, and stay blessed.